Core topic number 4, factorization. This is medium level. For the first skill, taking out common factor, let's see 3 examples. The first one, ax minus 4xy. So the number 8 and 4, the highest common factor should be 4. And for the first term, we can see the variable x. And for the second term, negative 4xy, also contain x. So 4x is the common factor for both terms. Therefore, when you take out 4x, for the first term, ax divided by 4x, you get 2. And for the second term, negative 4xy divided by 4x, which negative y is left. So therefore, the answer is 4x times bracket 2 minus y. And for the second question, as what we can see, the bracket a plus b for the first term, and the second term also has a plus b. So a plus b is the common factor. We can take it out. So a plus b, take it out. And for the first term, 3 is left. And for the second term, positive 2b is left. So the answer is a plus b times 3 plus 2b. So here, the common factor a plus b. Okay, so let's move to the next example. 7x to the power 3 plus 21x to the power 2 plus 35x. For the number, we can do short division to get the common factor, the highest common factor, HCF. Okay, so 7, 21, 35. So all these 3 numbers are multiples of 7. So as you can see, multiples of 7. So you can take out 7. And for the first term, and the second term, and the last term, all of them contain x to the power 1. So 7x is the common factor for these 3 terms. If you take out 7x for the first term, 7x to the power 3, you take out 7x, you divide by 7x, what is left? So you get 7 can be cancelled, x to the power 1, x to the power 1 can be cancelled, so x to the power 2 is left. So x to the power 2. And for the second term, a positive 21x squared, 21x squared. If you take out 7x, you divide by 7x, what's left? So 7 and 21 can be cancelled, 3 is left. X to the power 1, x to the power 2 can be cancelled, x is left. So this is 3x is left. So for the second term, positive 3x is left. And for the last term, 35x divided by 7x. So 7 and 35 can be cancelled, 5 is left. X to the power 1, x to the power 1 can be cancelled, so 5 is left. So for the last term, positive 5 is left. So the answer should be 7x times bracket x squared plus 3x plus 5. And inside the bracket cannot be factorized furthermore. So this is the final answer. So let's move to another example. Now, here I demonstrate how to use cross method to factorize. For the first question, x squared minus 6x minus 7. So first of all, we need to do a draft. So x squared can be factorized as x times x. And negative 7 can be factorized. There are 2 ways for negative 7. So let me show it here. Negative 7 can be factorized as negative 1 times positive 7. Or negative 7 times positive 1. So we need to try which one, the first one or the second one, can fit for this one. Okay, let's try the first one. -1 times +7. So we need to use cross method. The first one, -1 times x, we get -1x. And x times +7, we get +7x. And here, these two terms, -x plus 7x, which equal to +6x. So equal to +6x. But here, a +6x, which is different from our middle term, -6x. So this method, the first one is wrong. It's not fit for this question. So let's see the second one. Okay, the second trial. Let me write down second trial. So x squared minus 6x minus 7. So x squared can be factorized as x times x. -7 can be factorized. Here, this time we choose the second way to factorize -7. So -7 times +1. Now we have -7 times x, which is -7x. X times +1, which is +x. And this two term, -7x plus x, equal to -6x. So here, -6x, which is exactly the same as our middle term. So the answer, this second trial is successful. Then we can write down our answer. Therefore, x squared minus 6x minus 7 equal to x minus 7 times x plus 1. Okay, so how to write these two bracket? Just look at x minus 7, which is this one, and x plus 1. X plus 1 is this one. Okay, so that's it for the first question. And now we move to the second example. We also use the cross method. So for x squared, we factorize as x times x. And for -7, we factorize as this time, as we observe, the difference from the first question and the second question is the middle term. One is negative and one is positive. So for negative, for the first question, the second way is correct. So for question 2, we choose the first way to factorize -7, which is -1 times +7. Okay, so -1 times x, which is -x. X times +7, which is +7x. So for this two term, -x plus 7x, which equal to +6x, which exactly the same as our middle term. So this is the correct way to factorize. So we can write down our answer, x squared. Therefore, x squared plus 6x minus 7 equal to two brackets times each other. For the first bracket, which is x minus 1, x minus 1 there. And for the second bracket, which is x plus 7, x plus 7 should be here. So let's write it down. So here, x minus 1, and this one is x plus 7. That's it. Okay, let's move to next example. X squared plus 6x plus 5. First of all, we need to notice positive 5 can only factorize as positive 1 times positive 5, or negative 1 times negative 5. So we choose the first way to factorize it first. So for the first one, x squared can be factorized as x times x. For the second one, can be factorized, we choose the first one. Positive 5 can be factorized as positive 1 times positive 5. So positive 1 times x give us positive x. X times positive 5 give us positive 5x. So positive x plus 5x equal to positive 6x, which is exactly the same as our middle term. So this way is correct. Therefore, we can write down our answer. Therefore, x squared plus 6x plus 5 equal to 2 brackets times each other. For the first bracket, which is x plus 1. And for the second bracket, which is x plus 5. Okay, so just write it down. X plus 1 here. And the second bracket, x plus 5. Okay, so let's see next questions. X squared minus 6x plus 5. We use cross method. X squared can be factorized as x times x. And positive 5, for this question, we choose the second way. Okay, we choose the second way. Negative 1 times negative 5. Okay, so negative 1 times x give us negative x. X times negative 5 give us negative 5x. So we add them together. Negative x minus 5x equal to negative 6x, and which is exactly the same as the middle term, negative 6x. So therefore, we can write down our answer directly. Therefore, x squared minus 6x plus 5 equal to 2 brackets times each other. The first bracket, which is x minus 1, and the second bracket, which is x minus 5. So just write it down directly. X minus 1 for the first bracket, x minus 5 for the second bracket. That's it. This is the answer for question 4. Now let's move to next example. So x squared minus 2x minus a. For this one, negative a can be factorized as negative 1 times positive 8, or negative 2 times positive 4, or negative 8 times positive 1, or negative 4 times positive 2. Okay, so we have four ways to factorize negative 8. So for the question, x squared minus 2x minus a. So let's try to factorize it. For x squared can be factorized x times x. For negative a, we can choose which one. So we try to choose the last one. Okay, we try the last one first. So negative a can be factorized as negative 4 times positive 2. Okay, so negative 4 times x, which is equal to negative 4x. X times positive 2, which is equal to positive 2x. And then we try to add them up, negative 4x plus 2x, which is equal to negative 2x. So as you can see, the result is exactly the same as our middle term. Therefore, x squared minus 2x minus a can be factorized as the product of two brackets. The first bracket, which is x minus 4, and the second bracket, which is x plus 2. So just write down the answer directly. So x minus 4 and x plus 2. This is the answer. Now let's see the last example, 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. So negative 3 can be factorized as negative 1 times positive 3 or negative 3 times positive 1. So here for this question, 2x squared minus 5x minus 3, we try to use cross method. For the first term, 2x squared can be factorized as x times 2x. And negative 3, here we choose negative 3 times positive 1, which is the second way. Okay, we try the second way first. So negative 3 times 2x, which equal to negative 6x, x times positive 1, which equal to positive x. So we add up these two terms, which equal to negative 5x. So which exactly the same as the middle term, negative 5x. Therefore, we can write down our answer. Therefore, 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 equal to the product of two factors. The first one is x minus 3, and the second one is 2x plus 1. So we write down the answer directly, x minus 3 times 2x plus 1. That's it. That's all for the examples of the medium level. Thank you.